Okay, so now we're in. Oof. Very disturbing judges. Are you ready to be disturbed? Let's be disturbed.
The book of Judges. So remember, after Joshua led the tribes of Israel into the promised land, he called them to be faithful to their covenant with God by obeying the commands of the Torah. And if they do this, they will show all the other nations what God is like. So Judges begins with the death of Joshua and basically tells the story of Israel's total failure. The book's name comes from the type of leaders Israel had in this period. Before they had any kings, the tribes were all governed by these judges. Now, don't think of a courtroom. These were regional political military leaders, more like a tribal chieftain. And you need to be warned, the book of Judges is very disturbing and violent. It tells the tragic tale of Israel's moral corruption, of its bad leadership, and basically how they become no different than the Canaanites. But this sad story is also meant to generate hope for the future, and you can see this in how the book's designed. There's a large introduction that sets the stage for Israel's failure as they don't drive out the remaining Canaanites. Then the large main section of the book has stories about the growing corruption of Israel's judges, and the progression here shows how Israel's leaders go from pretty good to okay to bad to worse. The concluding section is really disturbing and shows the corruption of the people of Israel as a whole. So let's dive in and we can explore each part a bit more. The opening section begins with the tribes of Israel in their territories in the Promised Land. And while Joshua defeated some key Canaanite towns, there was still a lot of land to be taken and lots of Canaanites living in those areas. And so chapter 1 gives a long list of Canaanite groups and towns that Israel just failed to drive out from the land. Now, remember, the whole point of driving out the Canaanites was to avoid their moral corruption and their way of worshiping the gods through child sacrifice. God had called Israel to be a holy people, and that does not happen. Chapter 2 describes how Israel just moved in alongside the Canaanites and adopted all their cultural and religious practices. And it's right here that the story stops. For nearly a whole chapter, the narrator gives us an overview of everything that's about to happen in the body of the book. This part of Israel's history, the narrator says, was a series of cycles moving in a downward spiral. So Israel became like the Canaanites, and so they would sin against God. So God would allow them to be conquered and oppressed by the Canaanites, and eventually the Israelites would see the error of their ways and repent. So God would raise up a deliverer, a judge from among Israel who would defeat the enemy and bring about an era of peace. But eventually Israel would sin again, and it would all start over. This cycle provides the literary design and flow for the next main section of the book. It gets repeated for each of the 6 main judges whose stories are told here. Now, the stories of the first 3 judges, Othniel, Ehud, and Deborah, they are epic adventures. They're also extremely bloody stories. Either the judge themselves or people who help the judge, they defeat their enemies and deliver the people of Israel. The stories about the next 3 judges are longer, and they focus in on the character flaws of the judges, which get increasingly worse. So Gideon, he begins pretty well. He's a coward of a man, but he eventually comes to trust that God can save Israel through him. And so he defeats a huge army of Midianites with only 300 men carrying torches and clay pots. But Gideon has a nasty temper, and he murders a bunch of fellow Israelites for not helping him in his battle. And then it all goes downhill from there. He makes an idol from the gold that he won in his battles. And then after he dies, all Israel worships the idol as a god, and the cycle begins again. The next main judge is Jephthah, who's something of a mafia thug living up in the hills. And when things get really bad for Israel, the elders come to him begging for his help. And Jephthah was a very effective leader. He won lots of battles against the Ammonites, but he was so unfamiliar with the God of Israel, he treats him like a Canaanite god. He vows to sacrifice his daughter if he wins the battle. This tragic story, it shows just how far Israel has fallen. They no longer know the character of their own God, which leads to murder and to false worship. The last judge, Samson, is by far the worst. His life began full of promise, but he has no regard for the God of Israel. He was promiscuous, violent, and arrogant. He did win brutally strategic victories over the Philistines, but only at the expense of his own integrity, and his life ends in a violent rush of mass murder. Now, a quick note here. You'll notice a repeated theme in the main section of the book, that at key moments, God's Spirit will empower each of these judges to accomplish these great acts of deliverance. Now, the fact that God uses these really screwed up people doesn't mean he endorses all or even any of their decisions. God is committed first and foremost to saving his people, but all he has to work with is these corrupt leaders. And so work with them he does. This whole section is designed to show just how bad things have gotten. You can't even tell the Israelites and the Canaanites apart anymore, and that's just the leaders. The final section shows Israel as a whole hitting bottom. There are two tragic stories here, and they are not for the faint of heart. They're structured by this key line that gets repeated 4 times at the close of the book. In those days, Israel had no king, and everyone did what was right in their own eyes. The first story is about an Israelite named Micah who builds a private temple to an idol, and that gets plundered by a private army sent from the tribe of Dan. So they come and they steal everything, and then they go and burn down the peaceful city of Laish and murder all of its inhabitants. It's a horrifying story. When Israel forgets its God, might makes right. The final story of the book is even worse. It's a shocking tale of sexual abuse and violence, which all leads to Israel's first civil war. It's very disturbing. And that's the point. These stories are meant to serve as a warning. Israel's descent into self-destruction is the result of turning away from the God who loves them and saved them out of slavery in Egypt. And now Israel needs to be delivered again from themselves. The only glimmer of hope in this story is found in this repeated line in the last part of the book. It actually forms the last sentence of the story. Israel has no king. And so the stage is set for the following books to tell the origins of King David's family, the book of Ruth, and also the origins of kingship itself in Israel, the book of 1 Samuel. But the story of Judges has value as a tragedy. It's a sobering explanation of the human condition, and ultimately it points out the need for God's grace to send a king who will rescue his people. And that's the book of Judges.
Hope that video did not go over our head. So, what is your takeaway from, we read through the book of Judges, but also through the video? What can you say is a takeaway? Very violent, yes. Yeah. So you have people who are defining good and bad on their own, groups of people defining good and bad on their own, listening to the Canaanites and the other people who are defining good and bad on their own. And so it's a cycle. And so the book of Judges, if you haven't read over it, my friends, be prepared. It is some human wickedness. And thanks be to Christ, it does not glorify it. If it glorified it, I will not be clinging to the scriptures and King Jesus like I do. All right, friend, we can start. And we need a king. And who's that king? King Jesus. All right, let's get some bombs. Thank you. Take 8 million. Do this. Oh, it's floor 2 I'm in? Oh, that's funny. All right. No level ups. Executioner's turret is a great beginner sword. Okay, let's get some dicks. Oh. Whenever that robot comes on the scene, my heart just starts beating in my chest. Gotta look out for infusion now. See if I could do an elemental build. Oh, snipers. I have to remember that one. I like that one. Man, you'll love studying Hebrew. If you're loving wordplay, I mean, that's what a lot of Hebrew does. It's great. Do it. It's considered damage over time. So why not do more? Try a dot build. All the elementals generally do dots, so it's gonna work out really well. Where's it? Yeah. Sure. 2 bombs for 2 bombs. It's a nettle one. Interesting. And that is some physical resistance. Give me resin, I'll take it. What is it when a prisoner takes a picture? Nice, a selfie. I think I've heard that one before, but so goody. What can I afford? Ooh. Might just do that. Okay. Can I afford this? 18. Let's see. Oh yeah. Who's there? All right, let's see. Can go through that door. As well. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. Oh man. The numbers wise, it just doesn't work out. Noble? Noble who? I don't know if I'm gonna make this. Having the bleed on the executioner sword does so much damage. Interesting, Maelstone cost. I think it's using mana. I was not expecting that. Oh, I probably have the pine prison, that's why. Cancel this! Oh, I had to suppress. Whew. Oh, I walked right into that. So close. Oh. Oh gosh. No bell. Huh. I haven't heard that one. That's a good one. I was really expecting something around the Nobel Peace Prize. Alright, what's going on here? Guess 5% increase explode damage per bomb you have. Oh. Am I going to attempt a bomb run? I am so going to attempt an explosion run. Ooh. Another good one. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh. Another good one. Well, got a lot of good ones in your back pocket there, my friend. All right. All right, let's see if I can get one that it scales with bombs. The Dark Lord helmet. All right. It's actually really good. Oh, darn it. I didn't mean to pick that. Oopsies. The Dark Lord will not be... Oh, will not be ignored. Oh yeah, I heard that one before. Perfect. Oh wait, they don't give me bombs. All right, let's. Whoa. Oh. Man, nothing's more satisfying than hitting someone with a blue hammer. Hmm. Oh, You know, being overseas, like never see anything about Rolex here in the States, but overseas, so many airports just had Rolexes blasted everywhere. You can see here, people are just like, meh. But I guess the airports, at least I was overseas, it seemed like Rolexes mattered to people. Give me bomb build. This. Ah. I like that one. Never seen exploding. Why not? Right now. Me over. Let me see if I can find a vendor. Man, it really drops. Encumbrance really. Oh, I guess that works. Oh, I like, did that break things? There we go. Darn it. Right. What I'm doing. Yeah, but it doesn't matter since I'm doing a curse run. Let's hold on to the cell later. Darn it. Oh, perfect. don't know why I did that. Ooh. Explosion build. Here we go. Don't need a shop. Finally. Oh, here we go. Why is every lawn too dangerous? Because there are full blades. Why is every lawn dangerous? Because there are full blades. I like it. Oh, so dangerous. Ah, there we go. But lots of dangerous. Nice. Okay, so I have the space to do a dark run or to do an explosion run. I guess it's dependent. The next set piece I get, something within my... Ah! Okay. Huh. Oh man, this is rough. Gosh darn it. Wow, that had the potential of being such a good run, and then those collateral effects to get good. Hip hop. There we go. That's gonna be my favorite Easter time one. I'm gonna remember that one. Green bombs, darn it. Thank you. E. You. What? I was out of the way. Oh, not way that time though. This is what I was trying to get last time. All right. All right, see if we can get the bomber helmet. And the ads are taken care of, which matters. Major ads. Done. I like that one. Come on. Give me the bomber helmet. Arthur, man, the bomber helmet. All right. Food helmet works. I get the bomber helmet. Points. Nice one. Oh, forgot I had an ad. Darn it, I had them all along too. Ah. Got way too willy-nilly. You gotta get the bomber helmet so already. Man, this is a lot of effects. Ah! Oh! Anila's. Ever on Streamlabs keep breaking. All right. Need bombs. Thank you. Ah. So hard. Do it. Ah. The easiest one of them. Yeah, we need to take him out. Oh. Ah. Random lightning doesn't like fall, like he does it randomly. Keep an eye out for random electricity. Like that. Huh. Good one. Just like my country. Hmm. Always curious. I see. All right. Let the curse run begin. Ah. Darn it. Gosh, done messed up. Yep. Oh. Oh, that's a good one. That's actually a challenging one. Trying to figure out how Taylor will answer. Oh, another good one. Hmm. Like, ooh, I like that one. Sure, do that one. Hmm. Ay, ay, ay. Can't wait to have a something that scales off dark. See, do I? Okay. There we go. Hmm. Oh man, my number's starting to really go through the roof. Oh, I forgot to check for place to put a bomb. Darn it. Oh. Alright. Here, I have one. I'm afraid for the calendar as days are numbered. Nice one. Because they have a flag in a big place. No! You have to like make yourself ask like Tyler. Answer like Tyler. So heart, I'll take. almost done. Oh no. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It seems a little slightly easier. Oh, what a corner. Hear that ad? All right, get your lightning out of here. No! Oh, more. A sandwich comes to the bar and orders a beer. Roger says we don't serve food here. Nice one. We used to work in the banana factory. That was until I got fired for throwing away all the bent ones. Nice. Okay. After tier one out, I'll actually say it as if I'm telling it for everyone else who's not seen the chat. Actually, talk to it like I'm actually am trying to say a joke. Embrace my inner dad. Man, you guys are better dads than me. Take it. Okay. There is an overcrowded graveyard next to my house. People must be dying to get in. Do that again. I love how I always get lucky hit items. It's probably because I have luck. That's why. I wonder if after this, if I switch my thing so I don't start off with any luck, if I stop getting luck items. Luck items drop in abundance for this guy. Oh, okay. Duly noted. You can still get hurt and post-death. Oh. Get me better. Okay, last one. I'm not seeing sixes. Come on, one epic. Do it. Okay. Or a build. I can still do gloom. was the skeleton that I knew, who didn't ask his crush out to the dance. I guess he didn't have the guts. So yes. Farther to get away. I don't know any. I seriously, I don't know any on top of my head. My brain's way too serious to be in brain space, be in joke space. If that makes sense. Like, I just don't think of that stuff. Ah, all right. Just so I can hear my daughter go, "But Dad," and just roll her eyes. I'm more like on the spot, silly humor. That's how I roll. All right, it's happening. Like it's a crushing hit, exploding build. I like that one. I once had a dream about swimming in the orange sea. Never mind, it was more about fantasy. You just... Yeah. I always have a ruler under my pillow. Otherwise, how will I know how long I've slept? Oh. What do I do? Oh. I used to play the piano by ear. Now I just use my hands, though. It's a good one. Man. Music just hits all the right chords. Alright, I need to get booms before it bites me in the butt. Hey Char, did you hear about the scarecrow who won the award? They say he was outstanding in his field. Yeah. That's true. It's a lot like mine. It's a rogue. Definitely a rogue. From here on out, any dad jokes shared to me will be shared to my broheim. It has been decided. I've spoken. Ooh. Actually has decent range. Yeah, just get them. Oh! My computer completely just said nope for a second there. Start from the beginning. All right. All right. stuff. HR. I know a bunch of good jokes about umbrellas, but they usually go over people's heads. HR. Have you heard about the surgeon that does surgery on insects? He did one on the fly. Aw, it's sad he's not engaging it. HR. I mean, I used to have facial hair, but then it grew on me. All right. Man.
Rocket.
Gosh darn it. Let me put the headphones back on it. Like, headphones help me get in that flow focus state. Oh.
Three. Bet 2 rockets is better than 1.
2 rockets are better than 1. That's very true. Outputs, routing.
Stack. Rockets.
Guess that works. Hey, Char. I once knew this farmer who gave his cows everything they wanted. I tried to warn him, but now he has spoiled milk. Hmm. Try a sword build? That'd be interesting.
5 rockets.
Extra health would be nice.
Stack.
Alright, I'm gonna try a sword build. Let's do it. It has to be a sword. One-hander right now. Actually, I don't know, Warrior. Beat you to the punch on that one. Sweet.
Back. Back.
Ah.
Not that way. Wait. Head up. Run. Oh.
Ooh. I think he's excited, Panda. I'm gonna turn him down a little bit. Like he gets excited, it just like comes in like a wrecking ball. Oh man.
That did.
Oh, keep an eye on the other guy.
Duck.
Asking me to look. That's fun. Hey, Charlie. I'm really jealous of people who pick their nose. I was born with mine. It's a fun looking robe. All right. Well, since I wonder, I'm playing him. I don't want luck. Pawn shops are nice. Ooh, black markets are nice. Let's try that. Okay. Oh. Hey, Char. You You know, I once saw someone steal the new Apple Vision Pro at the store. Guess that makes me an eyewitness. All right, we're at time, by the way, friend. I think since I'm doing a curse run, I'll shoot myself in the foot with starting off the first 2 levels with luck. Now I have it. I definitely need to have 2. For evil runs, you just want the black market, right? Because black market is awesome. I don't mind more souls. Your soul is mine. Beef? Beef! Let me... You don't think I would like the joke? Oh. Oh, missed. Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah? What's that? Yeah. I mean, you could just put just one little layer on it, and the one thing's nice about that big pot is even if it boils over, it won't boil over. Yeah, you worry about top ramen and the foam boiling over. It won't boil over with that big. I think it's the same. It's the same with ramen. Well, you have 2 choices. I misclicked. Darn it. On executioners. Yeah. Tough friend. I did good with my suggestions. I just get a little bit more space. Well, if you do it Prime 16 first try, I'll give you a standing ovation. I'll stand up literally like this.
Nah, you have to give me like 5 dollars.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Oh my. There we go. Keep being a silly goose. I know. All right. Let's just first get the atonement. There we go. I want one-handers. Right there, we'll see two-hander. Actually, it's a two-hander though, but I want to hit him with the. Not to sell. Bombs. Alright. Darn it. No. I have no curse. Oh, but I want to be pretty much be having a curse build. Oh yeah, but not with the right stuff, the game gets really hard. There we go. Just I'll stay in this corner. Let the walls cancel it. Okay. Invade. Sorry. Gives me an invade. Which I'll take for right now. Mm-hmm. True. Mm-hmm.
Wait.
I get one invade, so I get one where when I get hit, it counts as nothing. We have 4. Pick up the string. Black hole sun, you come, take away the pain. Hit me. Huh. Ooh, and sell. I want all the money.
I got him.
I done good. I'll take this over the. The robot with already all the effects he adds. He just makes the game hard. Three. Pick up that. $100. Oh. I have like fat fingers right now where I'm accidentally hitting. No, I'm actually hitting bombs. So yeah, different button, not a button I want to hit. Oh my gosh. You don't have any more jokes? Okay, that's okay. You're still awesome. Friendship over! Oh my god. Being easily irritated, I guess. But yeah, see, since I did not start off with any luck, actually start helping out a lot in the curse stuff. This is where I start the game off with certain effects. I mean, that's literally, it just talks. It's my level, and I click that to do this. It's true. I mean, you just have to make sure there's a little bit more water in it, though. It just came out a lot more dry. It's the first time for you doing it. Friendship over. Bombs. All right, no more fat fingers game. Oh man. Because that makes me overburdened. Well, I'm only have a couple points in the strength because my guy just started. That's just the effect molten enchantment. Yeah, I might get more bombs, but also I'll get luck. It'll increase my magic fine. Care of the air. Oh man, I know everything's all super fancy, and then you throw out these random robots. It's like, yeah, super fantasy, and then just like, oh, here's a water plane. Oh, here's a robot. There's a lot of effects. Airstrike alone makes things. It covers so much. It's just on rotation to try getting me. Do have a lot of dice. Bombs. It'll be crazy. Sword. Be worth the most. Guys, get out of my... Get out of here.
Out of here.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Let me find something critical hit. I'm happy you loved it, my friend. I got what? Okay, well I used an ethereal dice and a level up and it did not give me. It should have given me money because of this. Once per room I'm using a dice and I use the dice. No, it's an overlook. An overlook, that's all it is. Get a Poochikins. Oh. Keep an eye on one effect. Now you know the best way to make the ramens. Presented by yours truly. Next thing you should try is making the ramen really small by beating it up, and then adding the sauce directly to it like we did. Seriously,
Extra flavor.
I should not be. I mean, I guess I could try a lucky hit biz still while going full curse. We'll see. Yeah. Well, this is guaranteed dice as long as I. Well, this is a chance of having a curse room. Mm-hmm. Make sure to add this time. Oh. That was intense. There is. Not a trait, but there's an actual set to get infinite bombs. Yeah, then I'll have to do like an explosion build. Luckily this has decent variables. Not crying. Boom, boom, boom. You ready to read? Alright. Increase melee, attack speed, armor. Why not? Let's try it. Don't have range stuff yet, but let's try a range build with being cursed. You ready to read? All right, let's do it. Let's get into the good stuff. The good soup. Hmm. All right. Second Samuel. All right. So remember King David done messed up, and now we're seeing the replication of the falling out that is starting to unravel. Jeez, you're really amazing. Thank you for stepping into humanity, stepping into the messiness of humanity. You're good. I thank you. I thank you that you have created us and not let us be just here. You're always speaking, always calling us towards your wisdom. Thank you, Jesus, for embodying wisdom, the wisdom of serving the other, embodying it to death. For you do not count your privilege your own, but you just laid it down. Reveal to me what that's like. May you always be the first thought on my mind on how to navigate the world. Because you're good, you created the earth and declared it good. And you say, hey, this is how you're supposed to cultivate it. And you worship me by doing it with my wisdom. Thank you, King Jesus, that following you is not about denying the good earth, but it is working with it with your wisdom. to reveal to us your wisdom. Amen. The price the family begins to pay. Yahweh struck the child that Uriah's wife bore to David. When it became sick, David sought God for the boy. David fasted and came and spent the night lying on the ground. The elders in his household stood over him to stand him up from the ground, but he was not willing, and he did not eat food with them. On the seventh day, the child died. David's servants were afraid to tell him that the child had died, because they said, "Now when the child was alive, we spoke to him, and he did not listen to our voice. How can we say to him, 'The child is dead'? He may do something bad." David saw that the servants were whispering to each other, and David perceived that the child was dead. David said to his servants, "Is the child dead?" They said, "He is dead." David stood up from the ground, bathed, put on his oils, and changed his clothes. He came to Yahweh's house and bowed low. Then he went to his house and asked, and they presented him with food, and he ate. His servants said to him, "What is this thing that you have done? When the child was alive, you fasted and wept. Now that the child is dead, you stood up and ate food?" He said, "While the child was still alive, I fasted and wept because I said, 'Who knows, Yahweh may be gracious to me, the child may live.' But now that he is dead, why should I fast? Am I able to bring him back again? I am going to him, but he will not come back to me." David comforted his wife Bathsheba and had sex with her. He slept with her, and she had a son and called him Samuel, because Yahweh cared about him. He sent by means of the prophet Nathan and called him beloved by Yah on account of Yahweh. Verses 26 to 31 relate how David took part in the capture of Rabbah, tying off the story in chapter 11. This happened subsequently. David's son Absalom had a beautiful sister named Tamar, and David's son Amnon loved her. It was so stressful for Amnon that he became sick because of his sister Tamar, because she was a young girl, but it seemed impossible in Ammon's eyes to do anything about her. You see the eyes part right there? But Ammon had a friend named Jonadab, the son of David's brother Shema, a very clever man. Jonadab said to him, "Lie down on your bed and act sick. Your father will come to see you, and you can say to him, 'May my sister Tamar come and give me something to eat.'" So Tamar went to her brother Ammon's house. He was lying down. She got dough and kneaded it and made pancakes in front of him and cooked the pancakes. But when she got the pan and poured them out in front of him, he refused to eat them. Ammon said, "Send everyone out from me." And everyone went out from him. Then Ammon said to Tamar, "Bring the food into the room so I can eat from your hand." When she offered it to him to eat, he took hold of her and said to her, "Come to bed with me, sister." She said to him, "Don't, brother, don't violate me, because such a thing is not done in Israel. Don't do this stupidity. What about me? Where would I take my disgrace? And you will be just one of the stupid men in Israel. So now, won't you speak to the king? Because he will not withhold you from me." But he will not listen to her voice. He took hold of her and violated her and bedded her. So we're seeing the terrible pitfall in their own eyes, right?
Know it.
At a concert last
No,
night,
Biblio,
a singer was telling us the background to a song. At a concert last night, a singer was telling us the background to a song about her grandfather. He was French Canadian, spoke mostly in French, and died when she was a child. For both reasons, she feels she never really got to know him, and she often looks at a 1920s photograph of his marriage to her grandmother. And when she imagines she can see a mischievous look in his eye, and in her grandmother's eye, a look that says, "What have I let myself in for?" The song imagines how her grandfather was thinking on that day, but it is an imagination. She has no way of knowing if she gets him right. In this story, I continue to be uncertain whether it is David or God who is harder to fathom. What is God doing, striking this child? Like many people, I'm horrified at the idea that someone could abort a baby on the basis of not wanting to have a baby at the moment, let alone that someone could kill a baby. God's action takes no notice of any idea that this individual baby has a right to life. A child's life is always bound up in the web of life with its parents. We know how the sins of the parents are visited on the children. In this story, the feelings of its mother are totally ignored. The child's death is simply a declaration of divine judgment on his father. Once again, it reflects the fact that the stakes are very high when you are born into the family through which God's purpose is being put into effect. We may breathe another sigh of relief that we're just ordinary people and that God may not relate to us the way David relates to David and to people close to him. That God's action is a judgment on David is a reflection in the way the story goes on to describe David's reaction to the boy's sickness. Again, there's no mention of his wife's reaction. How can God be so stony-hearted as to refuse to respond to David's fasting and prayer? With difficulty, I guess, is the answer. How will God be able to sit there in heaven and watch Jesus be executed? Often the Old Testament portrays God showing mercy when people do not deserve it. Indeed, the story is an example. David deserves to die for what he has done, and his continuing to live, and continuing to reign as king. Issues from God's grace. Why didn't God simply let David die and let the child live? Perhaps God has already ruled out that option by the commitment expressed in 2 Samuel chapter 7. So God is compromising between treating David as he deserves and letting him get away with his wrongdoing. It's also a mystery why David should be so upset about the boy's illness. He has many children. He has not shown any sign of caring about anyone in the story so far, and the conceiving of this child was, after all, a disastrous accident. David's staff find the depth of his concern mystifying, and they then understandably find his reaction to the child's actual death also mystifying. There's a strange, ruthless logic about it. Okay, that's over. He goes to the sanctuary to bow down to God in acknowledgement that God is sovereign over whether prayers get answered, and he resumes his normal life. He'll join the boy in Sheol. The boy will never join him again on earth. Hope David didn't think he could comfort Bathsheba by taking her to bed again, though the story may hint at this assumption, or at least hint that conceiving another child can compensate for the loss of one child. It does not do so. But once again, the story is more concerned with God's wider purpose than with the feelings of David or Bathsheba. Bathsheba's conceiving is a sign that God has not abandoned David in his line. At this point, David and Bathsheba do not know, but the readers of the story know that the child she conceived is the person who actually will succeed David and in whom those promises in 2 Samuel 7 will be fulfilled, though he will get himself in a mess that is in its own way just as bad as his father's. God's love for this child relates not to him as an individual, but to the fact that he is the son who will eventually succeed David. The name he is given is not a correction of the name Bathsheba gave him or a change in the name by which he actually will be known. It is more like names that occur in Isaiah, such as Wonderful Counselor, is the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, is a Prince of Peace, which is not exactly a name in the sense of the way other people speak of the person. The new name is a kind of courtesy name. This story may seem even more astonished when one relates it to Psalms 51, whose heading invites readers to make a connection with these events. If David prayed the way Psalms 51 does, it seems that God did not grant his prayer. Perhaps God would have thought it's a fine prayer, but not one that David really meant. Or perhaps it is in some ways the kind of prayer that David ought to have prayed. Or perhaps it was a fine prayer in principle, but not one that was fitting on David's lips. After all, if David did say to God, "Against you alone I have sinned," it will seem that he has a thing or two to learn about what he has done. The story of Tamar begins to immediately show that David has not sinned merely against God and against Uriah and against Bathsheba and against the child who died and against the Israelite troops at Rabbah and against Israel as a whole. He has sinned against his daughter Tamar, and for that matter, against his son Amnon, because the kind of person he has issues and the kind of behavior that appears in his family, and because he brings down God's judgment on his own household as a judgment on David himself. The story presupposes that David's grown-up sons have their own homes, and Ammon's rape of Tamar does not involve incest in the strictest sense, as they will have two different mothers. Tamar can therefore raise the possibility that David will be willing for Ammon to marry Tamar, though she may simply be trying by any means to avoid the rape that in fact happens. All right? That was a very rough read. Oh, we can start, friend. I don't know what to say. No bows. Come on, game. For right now. Power of the triangle compels you. I do cling to King Jesus as my king, my savior. So yes. Even though Christian is a very broad term today. I declare allegiance. Don't declare allegiance to anyone or anything else besides King Jesus. So, I guess I'm an American. I don't know. I could keep explaining. I guess I'm an American citizen, but I think my citizenship is somewhere else. I lay down my privilege like King Jesus did. Wrestle out the weird things of the human condition. Oh. Thanks, friend. You too. May the wisdom of King Jesus and the scriptures be in front of your face as you go about your day. May the Holy Spirit be with you as we live out what it means to have Jesus as our King, and as we, define good and bad on His terms. Oh, you too. Thanks for stopping by. Ah. Hmm. Okay. Like a melee weapon. Ah. Barbs. Ugh. All right. I thought it would. Oh, okay, here. Oh, here we go. I see, it's a shield. Ah. Darn you, poison. Ah. Oh man. It's that plague. I'm like, I instantly react and move away and hit myself in the launch burping meat. Interesting. Oh man. No, what? I'm better than this. Guess I'm not. Oh man. Level up will help a lot. Just need to accept it. Seriously, really have to what was all that? I'm just being a silly goose left and right. I didn't need to accept a trait that can roll later. One that gives me a very strong beginning. Maybe spirits, bombs. Can you do that? Yeah? No, as we started at 4. Here I am playing for the future. Or the microphone. Is that okay? Hmm. Alright, pick one with the major advantage at the very beginning. Got the score. Ooh. Oh, there's a gift box. Yeah. I've seen it a lot. What's up, Jason? You're good. There's a start, my friend. Block off? Oh, we had a kid here. Friend with a kid here. Hezekiah. Have you ever done an orbital build? Get the orbital set where it's every orbital hit is a guaranteed, like was it guaranteed lucky hit? Dude, it's crazy strong. Yeah, so if you don't like, what's up? There shouldn't be. Oh wait, there might be actually, since they have. Yeah, there's red 40. I think if he has just the white ones, I think you should be fine. Yeah, so it is in CRT. Whoa. That's weird seeing it in all its HD glory. I don't know how I feel about that. I got so used to the CRT. Ooh. Turn him down. Alright. Grab one more to sell. 30, 40, 50. Try it. Oh. So weird. I was like, no, I wasn't going to do it. Oh, dude. So I play 16 Sender. And as you know, like, the 16 Sender is tough beans. But it made a difference. Oh, I was hoping for man, this game actually looks really good. I thought the CRT. I'm baffled. All right. Go for the golden reward. I'm still unlocking all the characters. I mean, that is. Ooh. Actually, there's no point of having this equipped right now. Since been out of tune before the boss fight. I'm just gonna focus him down. Axe Tree Man! Oh! Almost there. Evil! Go, my tiger cub. Yep. Hey, would you tune for me? Nope, you don't tune for me. Ooh, strength. What? I dodged throw. There we go. Yes. Power overwhelming. 30% more damage. Can't wait for the. Oh! Ah! That run was starting to become really good. It's on the cusp. Man, this game is so like crazy how like 16-bit pretty it is without the CRD filter. People would tell me it would look better without the CRT filter. I'd be like, nah. Man, that looks nice. Oh yeah. Well, at level 30, that's all the Paragon points you can get. And so at that point, it's just doesn't matter. All right.
Okay, well, I leave.
Do ancestral spirits. Ancestors protect me. May they protect you. Ooh. I mean, you really only get achievement bragging rights at that point. Because everything, all unlocks are connected to who you beat it with. Like, there's an achievement where you have to beat, you don't have to be in 16 centers, but you have to beat it with Depraved with 16 curse. And that's where I'm like hitting my head against it right now. But I think I have a good idea. Always keep modifying. Because these ancestral spirits are so strong at the very beginning. Okay, let's let them carry me. Oh, it's crazy. So, like, the orbital build gives you guaranteed. Oh, I haven't done that achievement yet. And when I unlock the monk, to definitely do that. Yeah. What do you need me to pick you up? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Just text it to me. Love you. I think I have them unlocked. Hello there. Oh. Well, goodbye, ancient spirits, when I grab a ranged weapon. Gosh, oh gosh! Ah! Whew. Whew, my veins. Oh yeah, they got the armory. Okay, tomahawk +1, battle axe.
Oh no. I hear it.
That for right now. Oh, be encumbered.
I have HP. Ah! Did I do enough damage? I died again!
I had a run where I got the Echo Axe and every hit gave me Fury. I pretty much was Gary that game by the Echo Axe. Until I got the true Excalibur. I might just pick that up. Yeah, let's do it. No bow. Oh, darn it. I should have picked that. Oh. Forgot to look at my numbers. It's pretty good. Yeah. Oh. Now it's gonna be so much. Well, that's cruel. Ah, come on. What? Maybe it's a little too close. Can't find a bow or crossbow. All right, doing full physical. Let's sell that. Yeah, let's do it. Oh. Darn it, I should have kept blood trauma. Oh, that's not bad. All right. Hits twice. Let's do it. Why? Oh, that round storm was so good, but then I zigged and I should have zagged. Went the wrong direction. It's only the depraved and the doppelganger I've had the hardest time in this game. after them, like when I do 16 cylinders at pretty much almost any other class, not too shabby. I might just have to get that. Okay. Ah! Ah! Oh man. God, it's fun. Huh. Oh. Here we go. All right, Char, dip in 5 minutes, my friend. All right, Charles, 5 o'clock, my friend. Okay. Are you in the safe zone? All right. All right, friends. See you tomorrow.